so good to meet you. You've been looking for a new show to obsess over, and we found each other. It's 12:30 here. What time is it where you are? Are you eating lunch? What are you eating for lunch? That sounds delicious. You have great taste, so I know you're going to love this show. My name is Tefi. I'm your host. It's a pop culture show. That means that we're going to be talking shit about celebrities for 30 or so minutes. Does that sound good to you?
Yes!
It's Friday, so I can hardly English. But we're going to power through. It's Friday. I just realized it's Friday. Okay, so guys, we have a great show for you today. We're going to talk about the royal family. You know they're a fucking mess. We're going to talk about the American royal family, Kardashians. So much more. And before we get into that, guys, have you ever been having just like a wonderful day? Like everything, the weather's nice. You know, your boyfriend hasn't pissed you off yet. Your digestion is like on point. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a good day. There's no like drama in your friend group. And then you think of like one thought and your whole day is just like trashed. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Do you know? I know you're thinking like, Tefi, what could possibly get you down? Is it the environment, climate change? No. Politics? No. World poverty? No. It's worse. Sometimes I'll be just like minding my own business. And like every 3 months or so, I'll remember that I can't sing. And it's like terrible because like I feel like God gave this gift to just like everyone. Just like, oh, Tefi, and just like kept going. I can't even, I won't even do, like it's bad. And like, I was in the church choir growing up, and I don't know, like my brother will know this. Like, you know when you're terrible at soccer? And the coach is like, yeah, just go way back, far left. Just like keep go a little far. Okay, so you're just gonna hang out there. Like, that's kind of energy the church choir lady would, like, I don't know what to call her. She's not a conductor. She's not like the head bitch in charge, but like the head bitch in charge. You know what I'm talking about? She would be like, you know what, sit on the last row and like, don't strain yourself. If you need to sit down, take a break, you do that. And I'm just like, Sister Act 2 was very different from this. They gave everybody chances. Oh, happy. So, Tefi, what brought this on? I was on the Twitter, and Lizzo and Ariana Grande are coming out with like a remix together. To what song? That's not the point. I don't know. But I wanted to hear a little snippet of it. And Ariana put it on her story, right? So I hop over to Instagram. I listen to the story. And that little voice inside my head that fucking hates me goes, go on. Go on. Try. Try to sing like that. And I'm like, yeah, sure. You're just setting me up for, now I remember I can't sing. You know what I mean? And I also know what else you're thinking. Tefi, there's a lot of famous singers that can't sing. But guys, I just want to leave Selena Gomez out of it. We have a great show for you today. We've got drama, gossip, drama, everything that you love and more right after this break. I think I'm having a stroke. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Me too. So, guys, Pete Davidson continues to prove he has a huge dick. So, Pete Davidson was spotted recently with Kaya Gerber, even though last week he was just seen with Margaret Qualley. And yes, I'm gonna bring up the fact that Margaret and Pete have the same fucking face. They look exactly the same. Like also the psychological theory that like you date people who look like you know what I mean? Pete was like, that girl's hot, you know what I mean? So this still doesn't explain, however, why Pete Davidson has dated so many a hottie. You know what I'm talking about? Like, let's go through the list. Carly from Girl Code, bad bitch. Yeah, she looks pretty good there. Okay. Kate Beckinsale. the #1 hottie of Underworld.
Yeah.
And also, so that you have an idea of the kind of pussy that Pete Davidson is working with. Kate Beckinsale uploaded this video to her Instagram. Can you please show the video?
Then he does this trick. No, my gosh.
Hey, close your mouth. So, Kate Beckinsale. He also dated Kazzy David, who is daughter of Larry David and obviously a hottie, right? And then there's somebody else, and I can't think about it. It's on the tip of my tongue. Who could it possibly be? It's like this indie artist. She's like about to break out. Who is it? I guess we're gonna have to skip that fact. Anyway, Kaya just turned 18 52 days ago. I looked it up. I did the Googling, I did the math. Okay, Google did the math. But 52 days ago, she's brand new in this legal world, right? But age is not the point, because it's not like he's like so much older than her. It's like he's decades older than her. It's like this like controversial thing, Dennis Quaid. But I feel like Pete's dick. Oh, mommy. Pete's dick is not only humongous, but it must be like gorgeous. He's doing very well. I remember when he was on SNL, he was like 21, and I remember thinking, oh, this guy is he's like really, really, really funny and maybe anemic, but he's a living example, living, breathing example. If you are a tall, funny, average-looking guy, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And he's from Staten Island, and no one even cares. They keep dating him, you know? It's just like, you know that saying, if you can make a girl laugh, you can continue fucking her, then break up with her and continue dating other hotties. You know what I'm talking about? He's an awkward looking, tall guy, funny icon. Oh God. You looked up awkward Pete Davidson and you got awkward Pete Davidson. I've always said that when I'm reincarnated and I'm brought back, I want to be brought back as a tall, awkward, funny guy. You know what I'm talking? Oh, and you're like, Tefi, not true. Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn is funny. Is he hot? No. Can he still hit? Yes. Absolutely, he can still hit. He's so funny that I don't want him to go to the gym. And you know, like with women, I'm not gonna get into it, but to all the funny, tall, awkward-looking guys out there, I want you to know you've really got it all, you beautiful pieces of shit. Okay, next. Harry and Meghan. Their photo is missing from Buckingham Palace table. Okay, guys, so when I love that this is like dramatic. Where are the photos? It's comforting to know, though, that every family is fucked up. You know, like even these people, these like very rich, famous, royal people, right? But I like to imagine, when I read this headline, what I immediately thought in my mind is like, I'm thinking like portraits, like oil and acrylic, like painted, gold frame, you know, like huge, life size. And like the queen comes in, she sees it in the hall of like Buckingham Palace, and there's like 16 butlers, they're all wearing like white gloves. Yeah. They come in and they're like taking it down, and the queen's like, take them away, like that kind of thing, like get it out of my sight, you know? But then I saw the photos, and it's just like, that's like the photos that they're talking about. Like, what are the other ones? Like, that's it? Okay, great. Guys, this is like at all of our grandma's house. You know what I mean? Like, that is it. Like, that's my grandma's house. Okay, does she have a marble fireplace? No. But you get the gist, like, oh my God, how cute is this little queen? But whatever. So that is like 100% what like my grandma's house looks like, except there's like more like dog figurines and like women in bonnets. I don't know why grandparents love that shit, but they do. But anyway, there's a lot of royal beef right now because they just do not like Meg. They just like, British people just do not like Meghan. And there could be a lot of reasons. I think we know the reasons. They're really dumb and archaic. It's because, you know, she's an actress, she's black, she's American, she's black. You know, she's not from Britain, she's from America, she's black, she's not white, she's not from Britain. Like these things, you know what I'm talking about? She's divorced, she's an actress, she's black. And I really feel for Meghan because not that I'm like married or married into a royal family or have a baby, but like as a woman, like she said in this interview, like there's a documentary coming out and there's a small clip and she's talking to them and her like beautiful face, she's so pretty, the perfect fucking nose, like a ski slope, you know, perfect. And she's like talking to the director or whatever, the person who's interviewing her, and she says like, I knew that it wouldn't be easy, but I didn't know that it wasn't gonna be fair. And it's just like, and she looks, she's gonna cry. And you're just like, oh fuck, I personally cannot imagine. No, it's a new country, new husband, new family, new home. Like you gotta hang out with the queen, you gotta make conversation with her, you know? It must be hard. And I would break the fuck down, like I break the fuck down when I don't get 100 likes on Instagram. So this whole thing is probably insane, crazy. And she was just like a regular schmegular girl, and now she's a princess. I didn't know that was my dream until it happened to her, and I was like, that was my dream, I think. But it's also been reported that there is a major rift between the brothers William and Harry, and a lot of people don't know this. I'm on Twitter. No, a lot of people know that I'm on Twitter. That's not what people don't know. What a lot of people don't know is I follow a lot of British media, and people are saying that Prince William, cheated on Kate with Kate's best friend, who's also in that like social circle, and Harry is mad at William because that's what Charles did to Diana, their mother. Oh, my heart. Like, I die. But the British media don't know why they haven't been seen together in so long, and there's been a fight going on, and these rumors, these whispers of a fight, and they're blaming Meghan. Sweet baby Meghan. So cute. She's so cute, you big bullies or whatever. But I also think that Harry is like sick of being a royal. He's always like, I'm a bad boy. Yeah. Rock and roll. I go out. I drink beers. One time I dressed up as a Nazi and everyone forgot. But we have this quote from Harry, and I'm not gonna do it in the English. Part of this role and part of this job. I'm Italian now. I'm part of this family being under the pressure that is under inevitably, you know, stuff happens. But look, we're brothers. We'll always be brothers. We're certainly on different paths at the moment, but I will always be there for him, as I know he'll always be there for me and my cousin Vinny. That's a direct quote. I think that was audio from Harry. Can I talk to Meghan for a second? Harry, leave. I know you're a big fan of the show, but this is for Meghan. Hey, Meg. If you need a break, girl, if you need a TO, I want you to know that I have a house in Miami. You and I, margaritas. Guys, shit is going down in the Kardashian West house because Kanye lives there. Okay, so after this break. No, just kidding. That's another show. So, Kanye West says no to premarital sex before his album release. Kanye, I am tired. I am exhausted. Like, I think he needs to take a break, you know? Take up journaling, maybe spend a year in a farm. But he's so intense that I do not doubt he'll come out with some psycho album about herding cattle and growing wheat. It's farmer is king. You know what I mean? Like, so for the new album, which just like dropped right now, promo for free, Kanye. Never say I didn't do anything for you. So for Jesus is King, he asked his colleagues that were working on the album with him to abstain from having sex while they're working on it and to fast, right? We have a quote, right? there were times, I'm just kidding. There were times when I was asking people not to have premarital sex while they were working on the album. There were times when I went to work, when I went to people that were working on other projects and said, can you just work and focus on this? I thought if we could all focus and fast, families who pray together stay together. Also, I don't think the term you're looking for is premarital. Okay, whatever. So this is so culty, 100%, Jonestown. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's very, very head of cult kind of thing, and thou shalt not do intercourse, like, kind of thing. If this was my boyfriend, and he came home, and he was like, babe, you know, I've been working on the Kanye West album, and he's asked us all not to, you know, have sex while we're working on the album. I'm like, I would totally say, like, oh, it sounds like you're not going to be working on the Kanye West album. Aww. He also thinks that he can, like, make up these rules, and he's like, it feels true, so it must be true. And I'm like, Kanye, in English, that's what we call opinions. Like, those are not fact, those are not law or whatever. If my boss told me, hey, I really need you to focus, so you can't eat solid foods while you work here, and you can never pet a dog. You know what I'd say? Or say, listen, Tom, Greg, absolutely, I will do that because you pay my bills, so whatever you do. But that's different. That's different. I feel like Kanye says this shit, and he never, like, means it. Like, I feel like it's just all this, like, crazy act about, like, it's like this almost, like, performance art thing for society, and he's totally, like, hitting Kim from the back. He's like, can you fucking believe it? Yeah, they're really not gonna fuck. That's crazy. They're so stupid. Yeah, they're working on the album right now. They're not gonna get their dick sucked for months, like that. He's like, oh, Kim sucked my dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
However, if this is not an act and I am incorrect, which I don't think is gonna happen, but if Kanye, I want you to know that, like, sex is good for you. And ladies, it's also good for your skin. Jot that down. Free tip. But, okay, so Kanye also disclosed, whatever, told us, he told me that he suffers from sex addiction ever since, like, his mom passed away in 2007, rest in peace. Okay, graphics is vulgar. Oh my goodness, crotch grab. So, but this is the thing. So you obviously, like, you have a sex addiction. So sex to you is not stress relief. Stress relief, Kanye West. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Kanye. So, like, it's like when you're talking to an alcoholic, right? And an alcoholic is, like, gonna say, hey, don't drink, it's bad for you. And I'm like, no, I can have 2 glasses of wine, drunk, make out with my boyfriend, and go home. You have the full case of 24 beers and start telling strangers about your divorce. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's different. So sex to you is not stress relief. It's like a distraction for you. So, like, no wonder you want people to, like, not fuck, which is selfish and rude, but whatever. Which, by the way, to further this craziness, Joel Osteen invited Kanye West, yes, Joel Osteen, creepy eyes and TV preacher, creepy eyes, invited Kanye West to his Sunday Lakewood service, right? Lakewood Sunday service, whatever. And I'm like, why is Joel Osteen inviting Kanye West to his service? Turns out they chit chat all the time. Kanye is fucking losing it. You're talking to Joel Osteen? And they talk about faith or whatever. It's just very weird. It's very intense. I'm just gonna leave this topic with this recent Kanye quote. Ready? There will be a time when I will be the president of the United States, and I remember ... any founder that didn't have the capacity to understand culturally what we were doing. Not only do I envy this confidence, but I fear this confidence. Now for some normal news. Guys, I think this is gonna be, like, the most relatable story we ever do, truly. The Kardashians, Julie, come on. The Kardashians are in a fight, and it's over North's makeup habit, her disgusting makeup habit. She's addicted. Like, Kim and Kanye, okay, so I think this is, like, so normal. I think, like, every little girl goes to this, and sometimes boys, and that's okay, you know, but I think this happens in every household. reportedly, there's a huge yet normalist issue that Kanye West says that she's 6, his little 6-year-old daughter can no longer wear makeup. However, Northy, when she does wear makeup, she is serving, sweetheart. Her red lip, I can't do a red lip like that. I got the Fenty Beauty red stunna thing, and it was terrible. I looked like I was bleeding from the mouth. I couldn't. I kept like missing the line. I was like, oh, just make it bigger. Oh, just make it bigger. Oh, just make it bigger. And I was like, I'm gonna stay home, kind of thing. But not North. Also, the orange eyeliner moment.
Oh, yeah.
So fucking cute. But I am gonna say something now that I never thought I would say, aloud even. I agree with Kanye West. Oh. Because I think like if you do makeup too young, like 6 years old, like her perspective of beauty is already gonna be kind of skewed, like with her life and her family, and like just being a 6-year-old in 2019. Oh God, I'm not a 6-year-old in 2019. I'm old, but whatever. So she's a 6-year-old in 2019, like the social media, all of that. It's gonna be weird, and like why skew that even further? But then again, maybe this is her bonding time with her mommy. Like she sees her mommy's always in hair and makeup, the beautiful bitch, so gorgeous. She always looks great. Maybe she's like, mommy, I want to wear red lipstick too. And she's like, oh my God, yes, of course. And they do it together or whatever. So now I'm gonna say something I thought I'd never say or think or even say aloud. I agree with Kim Kardashian. Guys, Northwest is very, very serious about her fucking craft. Makeup. Her craft. Like, she's very serious about it. Like, do you remember the breakdown that she had when Kim Kardashian fucked up her look that she was building for? Okay, we have video. So, Kim Kardashian was coming out with her new KKW line with, like, eyeliner, and Northy wanted to write KKW on mommy's cheek. Video proof.
Eyeliner. Oh.
So cute. The focus.
Oh, you just... I moved. I'm sorry. I moved. I didn't know it would cause this much of a big deal. My makeup artists usually don't act this way. Okay, let's focus.
That is like an iconic moment. Yes. It's like, I love when she's like that's me every morning when my phone alarm goes off to wake me up at 6 a.m. like, you know. So Kim, amazing clip. Thank you so much. But Kim said this quote. Ready? North is trying to get in on the makeup, but she's being blocked. Heavy language. Blocked heavily because her dad has stopped all makeup for her until she's a teenager, which is not for many a year. A long time. I love that she's so creative and she wants to play. Like, I remember that as a little girl. Actually, I have one memory specifically with makeup and getting in trouble for it. My mom had this like red lipstick, I think it was Revlon, and I saw it in her makeup bag and I took it. I must have been like 7 or 8, and my dad was picking me up for a weekend with him or whatever. And I remember we were going to dinner on Sunday before dropping me back off at my mom's house, and we were with my dad's friends. And I was like, Dad, and I think I had it in like my little play purse, like my Lisa Frank purse. And I remember being like, Dad, can I wear red lipstick? And he was like, yeah, go. And I was with adults, and I put on red lipstick, and I remember feeling so pretty. Like, I still remember what I was wearing, and I remember wearing my red lipstick, like, so happy. And then my dad went to go drop me off to my mom's house, and we stand at the front steps. My mom opens the door, and he goes, you gave your daughter makeup? This is what you do? And I remember looking at my dad and being like, I've been set up. And I walked in, and my mom closed the door, and she's like, who gave you that makeup? I was like, okay, gave me. You know? And I'm like, he made it up. She's like, I know. And that's the end of that story. What's that? Why do I have trust issues? That's none of your business. Tips for your nips when we get back. guys, ladies, we've reached my favorite part of the show. It's when I get to bond with you a little bit and share some life advice with you. Things I've seen, things I've done, people I've done. But listen, we call this Tefi's tip. Just the tip. It's interactive. If you want to do it at home, I'm going to give you one more chance. Okay, ready? Tefi's tip. Just the tip. Don't you feel good? Doesn't that feel good? It's Friday. We're going to be getting ready. You know, we're going to be doing our hair, doing our makeup, putting on the outfit, hoping to meet Pete Davidson's dick. Listen. There are two things that ruin an outfit, and I'm going to go with the first one because it's the biggest offense. If you have to choose between hard nips or a white bra strap, you better go with the nips, baby, because that bra strap is going to ruin everything for you. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes when we put makeup on our chesticles, like sometimes we put bronzer on, and that bronzer gets on the white bra, oh, straight to jail. Second thing, elastic ponytail on the wrist. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. You're better than that. Hey, you're better than that. You're better than this. Yes, you. You look fantastic. All right, your lunch hour's over. It's time for the show to end. It's been great seeing you. I will see you on Monday. Same place, same time. I miss you already.